Back on, and it's the Bitter Truth Tuesday podcast, and we're going video this time because we have some important things to share with the people today. Now, all the time we've been talking about these government operations that they're running on the masses. You understand, like, some spraying, some kind of shit that they got going on, and they might tell you, hey, it's to save you from something, but they always find a way to destroy the masses or bring them some kind of, wickedness in the name of good. So we're going to get into this video right here, and it's going to show you a lot of these things that we've been talking about, that these people that control you is some wicked people, the peoples that behind the wall, the one that you will never see, the one that you can never lay eyes on. Yes, they post up some people in front of you, puppets, to make you feel like they're the one who actually doing it, but it's the devil people behind there. And I'm going to show you some wicked things that they've been doing to the masses and get away with it. But now and then, they joke you in the side with these news channels and show you some things that happens in the past, meaning that you can't do nothing about it today. And the reason why they're showing it to you is because they're trying to tell you that was back in the days and it will never happen in these modern times. But I call bullshit. Is the same thing they're doing the whole time. Remember where you're living. You're living in the heart of hell, right here in the circle. So we're going to get into this, and I'm going to show you some things how wicked the world is. Make you run.
Children, some of them orphans,
Pay
were fed
attention. Go
radioactive.
back.
Tonight, we're shining a light on a dark and largely unknown chapter of American history. During the Cold War, in the name of preparing for the Soviet threat.
In the name of preparing for the Soviet threat. You hear that, people? That's what I always tell you. So, this is the track that they always follow. And I always tell you that. Because the fact that these people is coming in the name of good. Like, hey, look, the Soviet is mad at us. Remember, I already told you. It's one world government control the whole thing. That means the US and the Soviet have no beef, people. It's a trickery so they can run an operation on you. You as the people. And don't worry about it. They also run those things, those operations on those people right there in Russia. The same way they run it on the Americans, saying that they're scared that it's supposed to be Soviet threat. So listen to this right here, people, and you would understand how they bring order out of chaos.
Government conducting human experiments on its own people, unwitting Americans without their knowledge or consent.
And that's what they're doing, people. None of those operations that they run, they didn't get our consent. Our consent to supposedly run those trickery on us. Do you understand that? They're doing it to us, but they never get our consent to do it. They use these order out of chaos, meaning chaos is on the ground. We have to put these things in place, these measures to restore order, and then bam, there go your destruction.
Some of them orphans were fed radioactive oatmeal. They were told they were joining
radioactive oatmeal. And it might sound funny to you people or sound way far-fetched, but these are the things that they do. And I already told you, now and then they will tell you these things that pass way, way back. They will never tell you in the time when it just happened or in the time when it's happening. They will wait when it's no more in your hands. It's no more supposed to be in view where you can do something about it. It's in the past. So they give it to you as history. Listen.
Science Club promised a quart of milk a day, a trip to the beach.
Wow.
Years later, they testified about the after effects, reporting lumps on my arms, my stomach.
Listen.
And then in Tennessee and California, pregnant women were given a radioactive cocktail at top universities to see how it crossed the placenta to their unborn babies.
Wow, people, can you believe that? The way they're reading it out and you're listening and it's soaking in your brain and you understand how wicked these people, the level of wickedness that these people will go to as us as the test subject for everything. It might sound funny, people, but all of these things that they introduce to us is testing. Remember, we guinea pigs. They might tell you about labs and monkey in labs and rats in labs. No, people, you are the subject. They're running all of these operations on you. And therefore, they already know when they bring you something, they already know what the result gonna be. They already tested on humans. Listen.
Some later suffering miscarriages,
There you
illness,
go.
and cancer.
There you go, people.
These are not conspiracy theories. They are documented government experiments.
There you go.
And now
Document government supposedly operations. Call it whatever you want. I call it operations, people. They're running some wicked operations and the masses. So don't worry. I wonder why you face these complications and deadly sickness. Is them behind it. The human being never supposed to live like this. Surrounded by chemical and these wicked things that they give us to live by. And that's the reason why we're facing destruction here. Pay attention.
We are asking, what were they doing in St. Louis? I went on the ground as residents tell me about a mysterious fog sprayed through their neighborhood when they were kids.
Listen, a mysterious fog they sprayed through the neighborhood when they was kids. And I already did a video and I did some podcasts breaking down that same fog, people, and tell you where it come from. Now, I did these things and pay attention when it comes to these fogs, people. And I watch it and I notice that it coming out of the manholes, people. The water drainage system. That's the same system you get those fog from. Not saying this is every time, but this is something that I observe with my own two eyes. And not just a few times and just confirm it. No, I pay attention. Just like a lot of times I tell you to pay attention to what's going on in the sky. And that's the reason why we figure out that the chemtrails is weather manipulation, because it actually becomes cloud and can bring you any kind of different weather. So you understand what I'm saying here, people? The fog, most of it is them do it. It comes from the manhole. It comes from the drainage. And over right there in the streets are in these areas, and it could be dangerous for the masses to breathe, just like they're telling you right here.
A fog that moved like a ghost, clung to their skin and settled over more than 10,000 Americans who lived there.
Wow.
They didn't ask for our permission.
And take a look, people. They're showing you that this is all black people. Like I say, people, remember, this is an area and they let go fog and everything. So you wouldn't think that it's a Pacific, set of people, but it's the area. It's the area that they let it go in. It's the area that they're running the operation on. They're the one who are going to feel it the most. It might stray over and get to some other people out of that neighborhood as far as what they're spraying and the operation, but it's a Pacific area. Do you understand? Take a listen.
We didn't ask for them to spray us.
You didn't ask for them to spray you.
Used me like I was a guinea pig.
They're waiting us out. They're waiting on all of us to die.
The U.S. Army now admits they sprayed a chemical containing cadmium, a known carcinogen, but they do not admit harm. Residents tell me they've been getting sick, some of them with rare cancers, and they're asking, was there...
And hold on, people. The cancer thing is something that really touched to me, because I'm kind of surprised that the people didn't figure this shit out long time, that it's them create cancer. The way they do it and everything, the people should have seen it. Nobody pay attention that every time they mention something about cancer, it mentioned that it's come from them. Nobody know this. Oh, they recall this because it got cancer-causing material in it. Oh, the PFAS that cause cancer, man-made chemical, is in everything that you understand what I'm saying here, people? The only time they can mention cancer or this, whatever give you cancer or start cancer, it comes from them. Something that they give you, some operation that they're doing, yes, to put those chemicals in you, and once it get in your body, yes, it take over cells, it devour your cells, and that's what they call cancer. Do you understand that? Listen.
Anything else in that spray? I investigated what was in that fog and why the truth may still be buried.
The truth still buried. Of course they're never going to tell you the whole
fog
truth.
Drifted through the streets like a ghost.
That's exactly what it looked like, a thick fog.
It was summertime and it was hot. We would just run through it as fast as we could and then try to just cool ourselves off. It stuck to you.
The spray was so foul as far as the odor. It made some of us have headaches, nausea,
dizziness.
Hold on here,
That's what I
people.
remember.
Why it's so funny with these people with the fucking bird, man? That one have the bird on, and I could have swear the other one have another one with two birds on the shirt. And this is red and blue division style.
Sick.
It wasn't the weather. It was an eerie smoke descending from rooftops, rolling from the backs of trucks.
Regular flatbed truck, but it had a big machine on the back. And it had a big nozzle.
Let's see, people. Look. See, he's still. You see, nobody pay attention. But I don't take these things for coincidence. Why is they got on the bird and the shirt, people? This one have it on the shirt, the next one have it on the hat. Okay, let's make sure nobody else wearing the board or sporting the bird and the clothing. Listen.
That really sprayed fog you couldn't even see through. It was that thick, and it really, we felt it as it would adhere to our skin. And as far as the guys on top of the buildings, they tried to portray them to us as maintenance workers. But we was like, what is a maintenance worker doing? And basically a hazmat suit. And they had masks and goggles.
In the 1950s and 60s, in secret, the U.S. Army sprayed zinc cadmium sulfide into the air.
Yeah, but hold on here, people. Hold on here, people. Now, like I say, man, this is the news you're looking at right here. They always have an agenda in the background. They never bring you news just to bring you truth. Okay, so it's kind of funny that these guys explaining people in hazmat suit releasing these things that stick to them. The fog stick to them. It's just being extraordinary. All of that shit is bullshit. 100% bullshit. And remember this, people. When you see these things and when these things gonna happen, you're not gonna see no man in no hazmat suit doing it. You hearing me or not? For the most part, people, they can just pass in an airplane, blow that shit out, and that's it. And like I say, they can also release it to the supposedly drainage system that you see, the roadside. You see the corner of the road, the sidewalk. You see a gap between it going under the dirt, under the earth. Yes, that's where they make the water to drain in. That's the same place you get these fogs and these things come from, or they just might just spray it in the air. You're not going to see some people out there on a truck in an hazmat suit releasing these things. So they're just being extraordinary for the news to spice it up. Listen.
Of a St. Louis housing project, a largely black neighborhood called Pruitt-Igoe.
So listen, people, it's a housing project. They spray specifically. So listen to this.
Lose-lose situation for us in Pruitt-Igoe. We were subjects. We were subjects.
They didn't ask for our permission.
Permission?
We didn't,
permission? You sound stupid, dude. For you to sit there and understand what they did to you and then you say they didn't ask our permission. What kind of bullshit is that? The fact that it's dangerous shit they're doing to you, why would they ask your permission? Do you understand what I'm saying here, people? They're performing a supposedly operation on the masses right there. So what do you expect them to tell you? Sounds stupid. Listen.
For them to spray us. My government used me like I was a guinea pig.
We're standing at where Pruitt-Igoe used to be here in St. Louis, and it's hard to believe more than 10,000 people used to live here. As we bring our drone up, you can see it's mostly just an empty lot now, overgrown with trees. This used to be filled with 33 high-rise buildings. It was all
33 is according right on the money.
Demolished in 1976.
They demolished
and
the
according to the
buildings.
National Research Council, St. Louis was chosen for spraying experiments because it had similar characteristics to Soviet targets like Moscow in terms of population density and terrain and proximity to a...
So you see that, people? You see that war is fake? I don't understand. I don't know if you get that right there. You see how fake war is? Okay, so America claimed the whole time from day one, they claim to have beef with Russia. And you see what it costs right there? Okay, so instead of they supposedly use this weapon on the Russians that they claim they have beef with, they use it on the Americans to see how it gonna damage these people when we drop it actually in Russia. Wow. Did they just say that, people? That's exactly what they're saying. So because the neighborhood is set up similar with the peoples, or they set up is similar to how Russia set up with the side that Russia where they wanted to damage. So they damage their people to test press to see how it gonna work when they drop it on Russia. To show you that every single war is against their own people. America always lie about war. They're warring, they're fighting against you. The war is against the people. The Russia, they're there to fight their own people. 100%. The same thing with the Americans. They're here to fight the Americans. Don't doubt me, I tell you. So that's the reason why they end up using the weapon right there at home.
The government now admits to a secretive series of Cold War tests, including one dubbed Large Area Coverage. More than 30 tests conducted across the U.S. and Canada, spraying zinc cadmium sulfide from planes, rooftops, and vehicles.
From planes, rooftop, and vehicles. They're spraying this wicked chemical in the air. And later on, they tell you about a COVID in the air. You need to cover up your nose and all. When they're responsible for all of these things that's happening to the masses in hell. Don't doubt me, I tell you. And if this can't prove that it's just war against their own people, nothing else will.
Simulate how a biological attack might spread, all to prepare for potential warfare against the Soviets.
Many of us been in the military and had top secret clearances. We know how it works. We have died for America. We have fought for America.
You are a veteran.
I am United States Air Force veteran.
Dr. Starks.
And none of them that you supposed to be in the war never fight for America. I already told you. If they use that to sell you the fuckery, and you're buying to it, that's all it is. It's just manipulation that they sell you to tell you fighting for your country. Now, if you're really fighting for your country, you will fight your own country. Because they're the own enemy of you right there in plain sight, and you slept on it. While they're tricking you, distracting you about Russia, they're doing the damage to their own people. Bam.
Just 3 weeks after my second dose, I couldn't go up a flight of stairs without gasping for air.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about another thing, but it's similar to what I just showed you. With them supposedly pretending like they're at war with the Soviet to hit you with some wicked chemical, trying to kill off those people in those areas in the name of a war. Now watch this now, people, with the COVID vaccine that they used to stick everybody. What happened now? Okay, they can't hide it no more that it actually make you sick. So they have these programmings now putting out to try to act like, hey, it's something that we didn't know. A matter of fact, guess what it's called, people? Guess what the title of this supposedly video that they put out called? It tells you that the COVID, supposedly long COVID, the long COVID is a big old lie. And then if you're a Bitter Truth family right here, part of this family, it's no secret. That's what we've been saying the whole time. So look now, people, they confess it. He said long COVID is a jaw-dropping lie. So you see, now they start speaking the mag Bitter Truth language. I'm the only one. You have people on YouTube who telling supposedly truth that come and tell you, yes, I have the long COVID. Same deceivers. Don't trust them. The virus is not real. You can't get nothing long from the damn fake virus. You can take the long needle in your vein and then, yes, they pollute your blood with some wicked chemical and now you're prone for sickness. So now they can tell you it's called long COVID. Now pay attention to these people right here supposedly telling you the long COVID is a hoax. It's the damn long needle. All the symptoms that they're feeling is coming from the shots and not no long COVID. Remember, you get supposedly what they would have called reactions and side effect from medications and these wicked chemicals. Got chemical reaction, but you don't get that from a sickness. You hear what I said? You don't get side effect from a sickness. You get symptoms, and when the sickness gone, it's gone. Okay, so listen.
I became short of breath doing even simple things. Walking, standing, even speaking.
Okay.
I had constant...
By the way, it said after its second shot. Listen.
Just 3 weeks after my second dose, I couldn't go up a flight of stairs without gasping for air. I became short of breath doing even simple things.
By the way, this is Robert right here, 33, coding.
Standing, even speaking. I had constant chest pressure, arrhythmias, and overwhelming fatigue. I cannot overstate the misery. It felt like my body was failing me. I was experiencing right heart failure. Still, I questioned myself.
What you think he explaining right there? Alteration of the human being body using that wicked chemical they serve up for vaccine. Listen to what he go say right here, and you know it's a paid programming. Listen.
Was this real or in my head?
What could be in your head? The sickness is in your head? I don't understand why these people always end up saying that you're sick and you wonder if it's in your head. You're feeling these wicked symptoms on you, but you still wonder if it's in your head. Listen.
Then an echocardiogram confirmed the damage. The diagnosis was pulmonary hypertension. I had damage and narrowing of the blood vessels in my lungs, restricting blood flow and straining the heart.
So you see, people, that's what it do right there. Because they plug it directly in your bloodstream. A lot of people just won't understand what's going on. They plug that wicked chemical directly in your bloodstream. So that's the reason why most people have the blood flowing problem. It can lead to stroke, heart attack, cardiac arrest, all of these things that you see on the table right now. It caused from bad chemical involved with your blood. It stops the blood from flowing freely. And that's exactly what most people face when they take all these shots. Listen.
This isn't like regular high blood pressure. Pulmonary hypertension is usually progressive and fatal even with treatment. There is no cure. It felt like a death sentence.
You hear that, people? What it just said? There is no cure, people. It felt like a death sentence. There is no cure. So he's sitting there feeling these things and he says no cure. Feel like a death sentence. Listen.
Cost of manufacturing the medicine and the research, there's the cost to administer it, and there's the hidden cost of injuries, and we do not know what that is. It is not studied. It's not taught.
Our next witness is Dr. Robert Sullivan. Dr. Sullivan is a licensed physician and board-certified anesthesiologist over 20 years
Robert
of active practice in Maryland. He is here today to talk about his vaccine injury following his COVID-19 injection.
Okay,
Dr. Sullivan.
Thank you, Senators. My story is not as bad.
Okay.
The same month I received my first COVID mRNA.
It's kind of funny, people, because he one of them. The rank that they just put on him, and he's one of the victims. Okay, so don't get it twisted, people. Fake victims. That's one thing you learn from the Mag Be the Truth. They don't bring real victim on TV. I'm sorry, they don't. The TV is an operation box. It's something that they use to operate on your brain. Therefore, they don't need no real victim. It's operation. Why they gonna get real victims? Okay, listen.
God, I was featured in the Wall Street Journal's What's Your Workout column for Aerial Circus Arts. I was strong, healthy, and thriving.
Aerial Circus Arts.
Just 3 weeks after my second dose, I couldn't go up a flight of stairs without gasping for air.
Okay, there you go.
I became short of breath doing even simple things. Walking, standing, even speaking. I had constant chest pressure, arrhythmias, and overwhelming fatigue. I cannot overstate the misery. It felt like my body was failing me. I was experiencing right heart failure. Still, I questioned myself.
Right heart failure. Right heart failure. Okay, so you have two heart and it's the right one fail? I don't get it, but talk.
Was this real or in my head? Then an echocardiogram confirmed the damage. I was relieved that it wasn't imagined and stunned to realize this is how I likely die.
why would you read it off a paper if it really happens to you? Why you have to write it down? I don't care, people, about no detail or nothing. If it happens to me, I can sit there and tell you what happened to me without reading off a script. But this is how they operate on your brain. Even though, people, it's something that's actual truth, they put on a show to give you some hints of the truth with some fakers. That's it. Listen.
The diagnosis was pulmonary hypertension. I had damage and narrowing of the blood vessels in my lungs, restricting blood flow and straining the heart. This isn't like regular high blood pressure. Pulmonary hypertension is usually progressive and fatal even with treatment.
Wow. Okay.
There is no cure. It felt like a death sentence. I reported my case to VAERS, the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System.
Okay, you
Most
go to them
doctors
right
I know
away.
had never heard of it.
Listen.
Fewer understood that it carries mandatory reporting requirements. I was never taught about VAERS in medical school. I'm told it still isn't. Eventually, VAERS collected my medical records. I expected to hear from the FDA or CDC. I never did.
Yes, you did hear from them. A matter of fact, the people hear from them. They hear the echoing all over where they go. Take the vaccine. Take your booster to save the world, to save others. Take your vaccine. That's the word they were spreading the whole time. Listen.
I believed in the system.
You believe in
I
the
believed
system?
I would be heard. When I wasn't, I channeled that disbelief into collaborating with the British Medical Journal on a report about the system's failures. What I learned is chilling. If you are harmed, you are on your own. I've had to adapt. Maybe some of the novel treatments I tried helped. On the outside, I look fine. I returned to running, even to aerial arts. That brings me joy, but also unease. I've lost half my lung capacity. If I can look this normal while carrying that much damage, how many others are out there suffering silently?
So listen, people, he's saying that he look normal on the outside, but inside he's dying. So you worry about other people that he see look all fine, and they might be dying inside from the shot. Listen.
In researching my condition, I found the Georgetown scientist who predicted my specific problem. The very same month of the vaccine rollout, he warned that spike protein exposure, whether from the virus or from the shot, could harm the blood vessels in the lungs and placenta.
And that person is a piece of shit on the masses. Once he mentioned the virus, there is no virus, people. I will say that until I'm died, till I'm dead, and forget about. I'm still gonna be saying the same damn shit. There is no virus. The COVID is a hoax. I don't care what nobody say. And because people believe that the virus was real, that's what caused all of y'all to take the shot. That's what caused the people to take the shot, period. If you never believe in it like the mag be the truth, if you would have said, hey, there is no damn COVID. It's the same cold and flu they used to trick you. A matter of fact, yes. It's in the supposed dictionary for sickness, to explain sickness. The Encyclopedia of Medicine already tell you. It's a fancy word for common cold. So there is no virus. And if you would have believed me from day one, when the mag been beating it out every day to tell you the virus is a hoax, nobody wouldn't be in this problem. And once you understand that the virus is a hoax, you will never take the supposed remedy for a hoax. You will never take the precaution for a hoax. And that's where all of it lies in. What you take for it, the precautions you're going to take, all of these things that you're going to take to treat you and help you is going to damage you because the virus don't exist.
Spike protein itself from the SARS-1 virus, SARS-1,
there is no
also
SARS-1.
caused vascular damage in animals.
Okay, that's why I don't sorry for nobody. I'm not even playing. I'm not sorry for none of them. You never listen to me, but you have to listen to these faggots. Why? Why are you listening to them telling you about the virus is real and spike protein come off the virus and all of these things to scare you into taking the shot? Once you believe in the virus, there's no way you're going to refuse the shot. Listen.
I learned many hospitalized COVID patients develop pulmonary hypertension. Autopsy showed the same kind of lung vessel damage I had. Long COVID patients with persistent breathlessness have the same findings. As in my case, their symptoms improve, but the damage remains.
There is no long COVID.
We now know the SARS-CoV-2 spike protein can damage the lungs, heart, and brain in animals.
Wow.
It is toxic.
Wow, people.
Irrefutable.
So you see, it's coming from them. It's coming from them, people. He come to talk about the vaccine damage that it done to him. Remember, he's a doctor. He's one of them. He come to tell you about the vaccine damage, but he go into how dangerous the virus is. That's what they use to catch the people on a whole. Period. Just convince them that the virus is real. Whether you want to believe it come from a bat that they slaughter in Wuhan, China, or you believe it leaked from the lab in Wuhan, China. That they create it and it leak. It don't matter how you believe in it. You just have to believe. And that's where your destruction is.
So, I know that's uncomfortable to hear. One study found athletes who got mRNA boosters saw drops in aerobic capacity equivalent to aging 5 to 10 years in just 1 week.
Wow.
Why is this? I now see colleagues and patients struggling with daily tasks. Many are limited by unexplained shortness of breath. Could this be a spectrum of vascular damage like what happened to me?
They know, people. They know.
These are urgent questions.
They know.
This is not normal aging. This is not simple deconditioning. Until we study this systematically, we won't know how many have been injured by COVID.
And what you have to understand is the speed up is already on. If you notice what I mean, everything is now sped up because it's coming closer to the end times. So listen, me people, of course. That's why you see them say the younger people, they get to puberty earlier. What that mean? They're going to expire earlier. The sickness going to come earlier. The complication going to come earlier. Also, you know that crisis that you get to in certain age, where certain sickness get to you and certain of your body functioning kind of slow down and stop working. The menopauses and the supposedly, you know, the damage of the male also, and things stop working and everything. Gonna happen earlier. So what he just mentioned make a lot of sense as far as, you know, you're putting on some years in a week. That's what the chemical do to you now. It makes you expire faster. The chemical is now more potent. So what you're going to see now when you go to the store to buy regular food or the things that you used to buy, you're going to know this is no longer there. It's now under the store brand. So you look for a name of something that you used to pick up in the store. Yes, you're going to notice that it's now changed. The store brand now have that same product and tell you it's generic. So what you think? It's more potent, people. It's gonna kill you faster. It's gonna bring the complication much more sooner than it used to. And that's what they use to speed up the world. Bam.
It's February the 18th. An environmental disaster on an historic scale has begun. At a copper mine in Zambia, owned by the Chinese company Sino Metals, a dam holding back a reservoir of toxic waste has collapsed.
Listen, people.
Some experts
listen. A dam that hold back a lot of toxic waste has been broken. So now the toxic waste is gonna come straight to the people. Take a listen to this.
Claim is one of the worst and least reported mining accidents ever has been unleashed. Matched, they say, by one of the worst government and industry cover-ups.
Take a look at this, people.
It is spewing lethal chemical poison, arsenic, cyanide, uranium, lead, mercury and more.
Wow, people, the wickedest chemicals in the world. All of it spill right there. Now the question is, they can tell you they was making steel, they was making all these things, but hold on, people. Why is they storing some wicked chemical like that in a dam kind of situation, a dam kind of settings, people? Which they always tell you about dam breaking and levee breaking because it's overflow. But hold on, you have a whole dam full with damn chemical? Wow, unbelievable. So now you can say, hey, you know, rainfall and some flood coming and it breaks it now. It's upon the people, these wicked chemicals. By the way, those chemicals that they mention, no matter how wicked they sound, It been associated with you long time. And by the way, they probably was fixing it to serve you up. That same chemical that they're talking about. Arsenic and all. Cyanide and everything.
Soon, slicks of dead fish line the river
There you
shore.
go. Dead fish.
Nearly 2/3 of Zambia's 20 million people live along the vast Kafue river system.
It is an environmental disaster, really of catastrophic consequence when we consider the fact that Sinometals has polluted a river on which millions of people depend for their livelihoods.
You see, and that's why they do it, period. Because you depend on that water, that's the reason why they pollute it. They have to be able to tamper with everything that you take in. It does not matter, even if you're dumb enough to think it's naturality because it's outside and it's running water in the pond. You're thinking it's natural, but it's them control everything.
We're also talking about wildlife. If we look at the communities in the immediate vicinity of the river, the entire
No life is
livelihoods
wild
have
here,
been
it is
destroyed.
hell.
A helicopter drops lime into the river to try and neutralize the acidity.
No, people, you can't trust them. You can't trust them. So now they come in and tell you, look, we know that the pollution is in the water, so we spraying another thing in it to make it better. They call it lime. Would you trust it? Wow. The fact that they did that to you from day one, and then you believe that they come spraying some more shit gonna help you, you'll be dumb. But listen.
The spill. The dam waste was so acidic it could dissolve human bones.
You hear that, people? It could dissolve human bones. Go back. Take a listen to how deadly they're telling you these chemicals is that actually in the water that the people associated with.
A helicopter drops lime into the river to try and neutralize the acidity from the spill. The dam waste was so acidic it could dissolve human bones.
Wow.
And after the dead fish, the dead and dying crops.
Wow.
Week after week of damaging delay went by. From the air, the scale of the damage is clear, the scarred, polluted landscape of the now empty reservoir. The government did order Sinometals to pay for an independent survey to assess the damage.
So there you go, people. They're going to ask them to pay for an independent survey to assess the damage. Why? You worry about the damage itself, or you worry about the people that is damaged? The peoples that now in danger now. You're not worrying about that. You worry about the damage of the dam. Listen.
That survey appears to have been buried by the government and the mine.
Wow.
But Channel 4 News has obtained a copy exclusively. Tonight, we can reveal this 385-page report compiled by South African environmental assessors who sampled hundreds of sites in the vast toxic slurry. The river supplies drinking water to about 5 million people, including the capital, Lusaka.
And there you go, people. 5 million people now is under the threat of drinking this contaminated water, and it's all done by the government by design. This is how they do it. So just to show you the operation, and this is worldwide, people. This is how they control the people worldwide. So you don't have to ask now, how do you get these sickness and complications? They control hell and everything that take place in it. Yes, another mag bam. I'm on the run.